Just bringing the outside edge of Carline's back. That's what Karen Casey can bring. As the 50 partnership is up for these two. It's been a solid start to this game.
It has, and I'm sure the management team are ticking the box for the first 50 years. The danger is you let these two batters settle in really well, that they go on and kick on and get a big score, which sets a platform up before the halfway point. So you're going to have to find a wicket somewhere.
It's important to remember, as you mentioned, that despite this being almost a bit of a warm-up for Nepal for their fixtures to come, actually it's an incredibly important game for them, and one they'd want to win. And Jersey is as being seen as the underdog coming into this one. They'll be looking to show up Nepal and get a good win here on home soil. But Gulshan Jar is going to come onto the bowling. Enough spin now from the pavilion end, and a good spell from Lalit Rajmanshi comes to an end. What do you know about Gulshan Jar?
Good quality cricketer, good all-rounder, fierce batter, but he can do a job with the ball as well. And I'm sure he's another one of the seamers who's going to be looking to attack the stumps. Cause a little bit of trouble with the variation. Looks a strong cricketer.
Well, let's see what he can offer.
He
Pulls out of that delivery, just honing in his run-up.
Not that strong.
He's just building it up. Just building up the tension. He knows what he's doing. Carline's got a little bit more time to think about this first delivery.
Did get a big gush of wind coming through as he was just about to go past the umpire, so maybe that's just put him off his rhythm as he's about to attack the crease.
He'll have to get used to it. Big breeze coming across the ground. He starts well, and Carline plays him equally well down towards third man.
1 minute to comment.
Potentially a little bit of frustration.
Only watching the support me.
That's a shot I like to see. That's a shot I've been impressed with from the Jersey batters. And whilst Nepal was so good at building up that pressure, joining the dots in the first game, actually Nepal haven't bowled much worse, but it's bowls like that which are on a good length, and Jersey have been able to manipulate them for singles.
Yeah, you want to keep ticking over the scoreboard no matter how it comes, but you want to be in control of that as well.
Brilliant stop at backward point from Arif Sheikh. Prevents the two.
I just think with this type of ball and this type of pace, but also this type of line and length, he's a quality bowler with a strong action, and he's looking to hit the deck hard. I would probably just like to see somebody just in that gully region, really tighten up that gap.
Almost just add a second thought into the batter's brain.
Yeah, but also, if he's looking to bowl that fifth stump line, he's not going to hit it down deep square.
And it has been a show of what Nepal have been brilliant at over the last few days, is is bowling to a plan. It doesn't really feel like there's much of a plan in place at the minute, especially early doors in there.
1 minute. 1 minute, bro. Like, subscribe कर दिया.
Their bowling innings on Monday, it was their ability to bowl to a 7-2 field, keep it outside that off stump and not give anything away.
Yeah, the fact that they're 6 down in a matter of
Hey guys,
20-30 minutes kind of helped the cause, but it was an attacking field with excellent relentless bowling coming on, so you want to continue doing that as much as possible.
Good shot for no run there.
Yeah, a good shot for no run there.
Oh, quick bouncer. Wide given. He looks incredibly unimpressed with that one. But a well-targeted short delivery that looks like it brings a good amount of pace, skidding off this surface. And it's actually the end where we saw Julius bowl with brilliant pace and bounce. Caution's jar is showing a sign of it again here.
Yeah, and as I expressed before, he has got a strong action. He does hit the crease hard. He's got a lovely rhythmic approach to it. But there is a strong bowling action. Once he hits that front foot, really comes down with a hard length delivery.
This Jersey tick along once more.
Okay.
Two batters that are easy on the eye. But very different style of batter. We've got the more brute power boundary hitting Carline, and then we've got the manipulation and the almost scoreboard ticking style of batter of Patrick Gooch. They're playing very well in tandem. And their partnership sits at 58 for none at the end of the 13th.
Is that a similar approach to the Duckett and Gay era? Is this?
I guess so. They're almost slightly different in terms of almost opposite in stature-wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, Duckett is more that aggressive style of batter, and Gay the more traditional. Whereas I wouldn't argue either of these two are traditional opening batters. They're almost two that would also settle quite nicely into the middle order.
Yeah, they've done well. Good platform for Jersey. They've really looked to see out the new ball from both sides. Lots of changes going on from the Nepal bowling team. As we see another change from the deep end as Nandan Yadav, the number 22, comes on to bowl. Another strong seam bowler who's got a lovely rhythmic action, quite high in his approach, with a little jump, vertical jump. He's got a great approach. Interesting to see how he extracts anything off the pitch.
London मेरो बाबु राम्रो गरेको छ है बलिङ
from the surface. We've mentioned it a few times, but on the whole, this pitch is a great one-day wicket. It's offering enough for bat and ball. We've seen balls whiz past the outside edge, and we've seen balls clatter away to the boundary. Feels like there's a lot on offer for both departments.
Yeah, and credit goes to the ground staff here. They've done really well to maintain the same wicket as well. Great cricket wicket. I think there's a lot to offer. There's something for everybody there.
Yadav gets one to tail back in. And Goose, I think, thought there might have been a fielder in the ring there because he sprinted to the non-striker's end as if a throw was about to come in. Literally, no, actually a two was on off there.
And I think it was Harrison who was looking for the two, turned around looking for the two, only to see his partner 20 metres past the umpire, who wasn't interested at all.
Must say, I'm really enjoying watching Googe go about his business today.
Yeah, he's looked strong. He's looked good. And it'll be a real confidence booster for him as well. 29 of 36. He's played really well. Played the short ball really well.
Carlisle just punching it, timing it away through the point area. Picked up by Isham Pandey. My style of cricketer is Googe. Looking for singles off the good deliveries. Where can he find the next run? Wide gap between mid-on and the keeper. Two deep fielders. Square leg and fine leg. Nandan Yadav.
Like and new guys.
Thinks about the way that he can take his next wicket. No real catcher in. Mid-wicket is now into cover up the mid-wicket gap. Googe gets on top of it, finds another single in the leg side. So, former head coach of Kuwait Kaz, let's say you've drinks break, few overs away now. What would you be telling your players from a fielding point of view with the opening batters having a good stand?
Instill confidence as much as possible because the body language just dropped a little bit. Second thing is from a bowling perspective, I probably like to see my spinners coming on from the current end and the seamers coming on from this end. And if anything, trying to just be a little bit tighter inside the ring to just create the moments of brilliance. Got to find a way to take a wicket, whether that's a run out, a catch in the deep, a mistake from the batters. But one thing is definitely for sure, there can't be any width on offer from a bowling perspective. You've just got to be a little bit tighter for me, and not give any cheap runs away. Because once you break this partnership, potentially could bring a second batter in play. As we see the bowling card there, lots of changes. You can see the Nepal guys ringing the changes. Everyone's bowled 3 overs apart from the 2 lads bowling now. Gulshan Jar and Nandan Yadav. 3 for 21 from Karan KC. 3 overs, 3 overs gone for Lalit, who's also gone for 7. He's been probably the most economical bowler, I'd say. And the 2 opening bowlers, Sampal Kami and Hamad.
Yeah, they bowled well in tandem, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. And from Jersey's perspective, this is, the last over, that was Gulshan's first over against him, so they probably wouldn't have faced him or seen him before. They've probably seen a lot of videos of him. But you can see he's got a very different approach, a little bit taller than Sampal. Looks to hit the deck harder, so the bounce is coming harder and hitting the spice of the bat harder. Poses different threats and different challenges.
Jar looks like he's coming in with some good pace here. Googe just looks slightly jumpy, almost as if the pace is a little bit quicker than we've seen elsewhere today. But Googe remaining firm.
1 minute guys, 1 minute guys.
He's on 30 now.
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute.
62 from that.
Yes, strong position of the crease. But I'm really impressed with Gulshan. He's really putting some effort into these deliveries. And you can see he's probably been the quickest on the show so far from all the bowlers, all the fast bowlers.
Argentina ko ra
uko pani dekhauchu guys haru. Really pitch one up towards the stumps.
Argentina versus England ko pani dekhaउने छु match
guys. This one is short out towards mid wicket. Picked up on it quickly there, the Guj, and looks up to the sky.
Argentina versus
Slight annoyance they didn't get
versus
more hold of it. Deep square is quite backward, so there is a gap between mid-wicket and that fielder. But just for a bit of context, in the first game, Jersey were 62 for 8 when they got to this total. There's a quick bumper. Good decision though from Guj to pull out of the pull shot. Not always the easiest shot to pull out of, especially when you're a compulsive hooker of the ball.
Yeah, and a really good learning point for youngsters and batters in general. He's obviously moved the deep square slightly in front, so you know something's coming down. He's bowled it quick, fiercely at the head, and a positive leave. It is a sign of an attack for me. That's a
subscribe गर्नु
it's
न
a great
राति म
option to have.
अर्जेन्टिना
So
versus
you
इङ्ल्यान्डको
can
पनि
leave
देखाउने
the
छु
ball to obviously respect the ball
यो एप्स चाहियो दाइ
and save your wicket.
यो एप्स चाहियो भने चाहिँ भन्नुस् म निकाल्दिन्छु ल
Tickled away, didn't quite get enough bat on it to scare the boundary. It's been picked up by fine leg for a single. There's a definite plan now from Nepal to target the two deep fielders out at square leg and fine leg.
subscribe guys please subscribe me bro guys
I really am thinking that they're pushing Guj slightly on the back foot.
300 जना भ्यू छ यार सब्स्क्राइब नै छैन यार के गरेको त यार म त म सब म्याचको बारेमा हाल्छु अलि रोकिनु है एक मिनेट.
Yes, a variation ball.
Yeah.
But what we also haven't seen is a variation from the seamers.
40 पुगिसक्यो
So on this page,
लाइक हान्नुस् न मतलब देखाउन न नि
A
फेरि
little bit too paced.
काट्दिउ
Haven't quite seen that just yet.
म काट्दिउ
top
ल
edge runs away for four.
ल गाइ दामी ल ल हुन्छ
And the picture of Jar tells the story, hands on head.
आज 400 पुग्नु पर्छ 400 पुग्नु पर्छ सब्स्क्राइब थिच्नु सबले अनि म बोल्दैन म आएको छु
But that ends the over. Jersey will take the boundary, they'll move on. It's 67 for 9 at the end of the 15th. Umpire's having a little discussion now, maybe talking about a drinks break, although I think they've found the ball. They'll have a little look at it as it skipped away, almost went over a fence down there at fine leg. The umpire's going to have a little look at the ball.
लाइभ गर्न चाहिँ बोली गाइजर बन्यो हो
Now it's back in the bowler's hands. Carline will take that boundary and run with it. Not in the style he would have wanted, but 4 runs is 4 runs. Guj on strike now to Nandan Yadav. Guj pulls away well, and it beats the diving fielder. Brilliant shot. The short ball didn't quite get up on the opening batter, Nandan Yadav. Almost just looked like he tried to go in the helmet region. It didn't quite get up, and Guj punished it away for 4.
Yeah, it's been quite evident from that side that the ball isn't quite getting up. It's not as sort of helmet high, regardless of the effort going in. And you have to really dig it in short and really.
गाइजरले बिग्रियो ल के भयो स्टपिट नजानुहोस् गाइज हुन्छ हुन्छ अलि हो खालि अड्केको
There's another nice shot.
Oh shit.
Beats the diving mid wicket.
सबै खाइहाल्यो नि अझ पनि
And Guj goes back to back.
बढी रहन्छ
crashed into the delivery. One sort of just in front of square, a deep square.
अलि कमेन्ट हान्नुस् न यार
Looks solid.
भएमा गेम देखाउँदैन
Nandan's got his
ब्याक
work
गर्नु
cut out here. He's really got to find a plan that he's going to have to
गेम
stick
ब्याक
with.
गर्दिउ युज पनि 1k पुगाउनुस् न लाइक जतिले सब्स्क्राइब हान्नु पर्यो अनि म देखाउँछु हजुर
Cuts away back with a point.
ल ज 300
Fielder
का
out there though. As Guj moves to 39. Not much to the Nepal fans to cheer about as of yet. But Nandan Yadav, I'm not sure this is quite his plan. I think Yadav would love to be settling in at a good length and trying to bring the outside edge into play, but the ball 15 overs old now. It seems to be the team tactic from both ends to target the short ball. And I think, personally, it's time for a bit of spin from the far end, as you've been mentioning as well.
Yeah, and I think just with Gulshan from this end, he's obviously the guy who's got the pace, who's obviously rushing the batters up. Something that Yadav is not actually quite doing at the moment. And he's bowling it relatively comfortable for the batters to sort of play with ease. So I'm not sure that's the right plan from the opposite end, whereas Gulshan over here bowling some hard.
सब्सक्राइब बढेको छ भने चाहिँ ब्याग आइडी सिधै ब्याग हो ल हुन्छ के गरेको चोरहरुले सब्स्क्राइब गर्नुस् न यार
केदला बाउ चोर दिइरहनु त्यस्तो
आइडी ब्यान हुन्छ यस्तो गरेपछि
Yadav continues to hammer away. Changes of pace.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right, we haven't really seen a cutter. We haven't seen a
159 जना
slow
हुन्छ
delivery or
159 ले सब्स्क्राइब भन्दा
anything just to make the batters think.
Yeah, and that's probably another ploy that I would probably I try and go to. So when you're trying to assess the conditions, something for the captains to think about here, you know, a tactical approach will be how quickly can we go to some variation? When do I need to sort of get in position of maybe changing up the plan and being adaptable to the conditions? Because it's one thing having a plan from outside and getting all your bowlers to do your 4 overs and 5 overs and whatever. But it's another thing to adapt to the situation and the conditions, and don't be afraid to go to them change-ups.
As Drinks is taken at 77 for none, I just want to ask you, Kaz, it feels almost too often in international cricket where you see a bowler being asked to execute a plan which isn't quite up his street. We see the card there and it tells you the story, doesn't it? Carline and Gooch, they've been absolutely superb. 35 for Carline, 39 for Gooch, going just under a one a ball rate. However, class. Okay. But just back to that point as we look at the bowler's card now. Kami and Rajbanshi, very, very economical. Going at the mid-twos per over. Dami not quite as successful as Monday, where he took 4 wickets in the game. But Gulshan Jar also showing good signs and good pace. So it feels, as I mentioned, it feels too often sometimes in international cricket where the bowlers are trying to carry out a plan which doesn't quite suit them. Is that something you discuss as a team and you think, yeah, we're not going to have Nandan take on the short ball ploy, we're going to bring him on. Gulshan Jar also showing good signs and good pace. So it feels too often sometimes in international cricket where the bowlers are trying to carry out a plan which doesn't quite suit them. Is that something you discuss as a team and you think, yeah, we're not going to have Nandan take on the short ball ploy, we're going to bring him on. Gulshan Jar also showing good signs and good pace. At a different point in the game, or do you expect a professional?
Injury in the long run, which can put a lot of impact on the body, which the stress is not required. But also, you might be taking the bowler away from his natural game plan, which has got him to this level in the first place. So, you know, you want your bowlers to be resourceful as much as possible, but you also want to make sure that the bowler has the ability to turn around and say, well, my success rate is this. I'm learning this, and it's not quite ready, and I'm trying to back this up in from a bowling perspective.
And so there we see Stuart Law, head coach of Nepal, talking to his players. Let's put you in that position again, Kaz. Bit of confidence boosting going on. A few people sat down, a couple of heads dropping, and what do you reckon they'll be talking about tactics-wise?
I think the key thing here is just to try and find a wicket. Stewie Law, known him for a while now. He's a great individual with lots of cricketing experience, but also lots of experience as head coach, been around the world, had lots of different challenges. He'll be, you know, he's done a fantastic job with Nepal since he's been involved, and they've gone from leaps and bounds, and they've really shown the tagline of the cardiac kids have calmed down a little bit. So I'm sure he's trying to instill some, you know, tactics in there which they might not be able to see on the pitch. And you've got to try and simplify as often as possible. You cannot keep going in there and saying, I want you to do these 5 or 6 things. Maybe 1 or 2 things just to sort of, you know, remind people and certain elements. Maybe a fielding change, maybe a tactical move that might not be so evident or visible that you can see from the outline, but you can't see from inside. So, yeah, I mean, great experience, fantastic man, he's Stewie Law, and I think he's done a wonderful job. Great accent as well.
And we see the Jersey batters there having a little discussion, I think, with skipper Rohit Padel. More of the same for Jersey?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be fantastic. Overly happy, I think. And they've done fantastically well to get into a really solid start. Another tick in the box from a batting unit perspective. Get to drinks without a wicket down. 77 for no loss is a really good platform. And I'm sure they'd want to kick on from here onwards.
Well, Gulshan Jar will be looking to make an impact now. As he runs in again from the pavilion end, fresh after a bit of hydration. Patrick Goose sorting out his grip. Harrison Carlisle getting his head back in the game. There's these two, as you mentioned, Kaz, looking to kick on and keep doing what they're doing. I reckon they probably won't change much at all. Maybe they'll get to the 35 over mark and then start thinking about maybe climbing up. I mean, if they're still together by over 30, they can look to do it a little bit earlier. And here comes Gulshan Jar. Can he make the breakthrough? Unbelievable start. Textbook from Carlisle. And so often the ball after drinks might bring a bad chance, but that's the complete opposite.
Yeah, I was just about to say the back a wicket after drinks. Always a saying and always a going. Always just take shape, whatever level you're playing at. But that's a freebie for the batter. That's exactly what you want, just to realign your focus, get yourself back in. And from a bowling perspective, it's not what you want to start off with.
Slightly over pitch, put away. Short ball cut away. There's a fielder out there, and with the spin and skip, takes it away past him. Arjun Kamal will pick up from behind the covers, and a shaky start after
Yeah, and you kind of leaked 8 runs purely because you've not bowled.
10 गिन्नसम्म हजुरहरूले सब्स्क्राइब गर्नुभयो त गर्नुभयो 1 सब्स्क्राइब बढी त बढ्यो 10 गिन्नसम्म र सिधै भ्यागो है ल 10 गिन्नसम्म है ल ल ल ल 1 2 10 गिन्नसम्म 1 सब्स्क्राइब बढ्नु पर्यो है 10 गिन्नसम्म 1 सब्स्क्राइब गर्नु पर्यो 10 गिन्नसम्म 1 सब्स्क्राइब चाहियो हामीलाई ल 10 गिन्नसम्म 1 सब्स्क्राइब ल सर 10 गिन्नसम्म हामीलाई 1 सब्स्क्राइब चाहियो 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 सब्स्क्राइब गर्नु पर्यो ल म लाइभ नगर्ने जस्तो भयो हजुर सब्स्क्राइब गर्नु नि हजुरहरु ल म लाइभ चालु गर्छु अनि सब्स्क्राइब गरिदिनुहुन्छ यो सर चाहनुहुन्छ यो के हो तिमीलाई थाहा छ नेपालमा के लेखेको छ
You really still want to be clinical, and he's just not been in the first 3 balls there. He's want to start targeting, getting back into rhythm.
अरूलाई पनि भन्नु न छिटो गर्नु भने नत्र म साच्चै लाइभ बन्द गर्दिने हो
Hip high.
even the discussion maybe in the drinks break could have been to use that bouncer with a little bit more surprise. Because the fielders are both out there, it's still definitely a tactic. And maybe we might see one just before the end of the over.
अहिले मोबाइलको कन्डिसन राम्रो छैन कि मोबाइल किन्नुपर्ने हो किन एकचोटि बिग्रियो मेरो नाम तिम्रो के
Yeah, they've done well. 86. Loss of no wickets. Done really well. Positive signs. Great to see from the Jersey batters. And they'll be looking to cash in towards off milestones that they can get to.
There it is. There's the short ball. Fielder interested just over the top. Goose gets a 6 for it, but it wasn't without risk. That ends the over. It's 92 for none, and there was the surprise bouncer. Gushanjar walks off towards his teammate Bim Sharkey for a little discussion. But he'll be disheartened with how that over ended. He snatches the towel off and steams out towards fine leg. 92 for none.
I think he's more disappointed with the fielding effort. That's been hit really, really hard. There was a fielder out there, and it does look like it was Sandeep who's out there. But maybe a little bit of a higher jump. It was going in the right direction. Sandeep's waltzed in, left the ball for one of the spectators to go and fetch as he comes up to mark his run up. Class act.
Well, here we go then. Lamichhane. They need a breakthrough here, Nepal. And they brought on their main man to get it. A slip in, mid-wicket. The men are mid-wicket and long off and deep point as well. There's also a long on. Lamichhane bowls. Carlisle treats him with respect. Two men approaching their milestones. Lamichhane on the mark again.
Yeah, he started off well, hasn't he? Just a wily run up into the crease, looking to ball into the right areas. I think he'll be wanting to get through his repertoire as much as possible. Experience around the world.
Pushing drive into the covers.
Subscribe again.
सब्सक्राइब गर्दैनन्
बढ्नमा लाग्छ न घट्नमा लाग्दैन त खतरा हुन्छ यो दान 200 400 लाइक गर्छन् दिएर
सब्सक्राइब गरौ
फेरि बाउरी गर्दैन मलाई छाड्दिन्छ रे
हेर्नुस् रोब्लक चेष्टा गरेर छु त डिलिट गर्दै
A single well taken. Sophie Pebb just been so impressive today. Not just in the balls that they put away, but the balls in which they found runs from. Lamichhane spins himself a catch. Gouge on strike on 45. start of dreams, this, for Jersey. Top edge as it's a powerful cut shot from Gu, just going to run away for 4. And that moves him on to 49. So just one run away. Not the most convincing shot, but he's got a ball to do it against Sandeep Lavachani.
Yeah, he's batted well. Got a bit of fortune there, thick outside edge. Sandeep will be trying to finish